Here at the City of Klamath Falls Wastewater Treatment Plant, we treat an average of 3 to 4 million gallons of wastewater every day. After a series of processes, all that water ends up here before it's released into the environment. The reason why we treat it is, number one, absolutely number one, is public health. It's important to me and it's important to the City of Klamath Falls. We have professional people here that are dedicated to the job they do. All of them are certified by DEQ to do what they do.
3,401 gallons per minute. And then below that is yesterday's total. We had 4.3 million gallons. All we're trying to do is stay ahead of it. Just trying to stay ahead of it.
I'm sure you've seen the big gray truck and the big green truck in town. Those are our flusher trucks. We use those to flush the sewer lines as well as excavate during construction repairs that are required on our sewer infrastructure.
The city has a lot of old clay lines. Over years it just falls apart. Cracks lead to roots in the line.
The majority of our problems in the city sewer mains are roots, old pipe, broken lateral connections.
They're maintaining over 150 miles of sewer lines, many of which were installed prior to 1932. That's really a testament to how well we're maintaining them. So we run cameras through the pipes to check the condition.
We got currently one TV van. We got a couple of mini cameras. They're on their own transporters, and then they go in the sewer main and they're able to control it from inside the van. Basically drive the camera up the sewer main and they can see any issues we have or any problems we may have in the future, and we can get them corrected.
You can see we've got roots growing down into the main line.
It's a good tool to have. We utilize it almost every day.
This is the Warthog, which is the nozzle on the end of the gray truck down there. When it fires up, it creates high pressure water, like 3,000 PSI, and it helps cut those. So I'm gonna call those guys now.
City of Klamath Falls takes in wastewater from the Running Y, Falcon Heights, North Hills. So we have a pretty big and broad collection system.
The collections crew is on call 24/7, and we come out to take care of any problems. We rely on each other because it takes two guys to run the truck to make sure that we're doing things safely.
This plant operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The equipment that you see behind me never stops.
It's constant testing. It moves from one test to the other, and some are overlapping. It's an all-day procedure in here, and it's continuous throughout the week. Our objective here is to make sure that the plant is operating at its peak performance.
We're feeding the bugs, the microorganisms. We're going to starve them in this basin, get them really hungry, hit them with air, and then they're going to go to work. And they start doing their job. They give off phosphorus to stay alive. It's the only way they can stay alive. When they hit aeration basin number 3 and they have all this dissolved oxygen, it's pizza party. They take in all the food they can and they actually suck up more phosphorus than they gave off. That's how we get it out of the water. We go to our secondary clarifier and we're just letting those bugs settle out of the water. And they're cleaning the water as they go. So they're pumping bugs to the left and bugs to the right, depending on how many bugs we need. We're the workers of the plant, the bugs are the real workers.
These are all the ingredients that we use to make the compost that we give to the public. Sitting in these piles, they start creating temperature, which is cooking out any of the pathogens or any of the bad stuff. So what we have here is a microprocessor thermometer and a probe. We wait for the temperature to come up. We're looking for 55 degrees Celsius or higher. So then I get the chips from the tree guys that bring it into us and then mix it all in together real well with my loader and then put it into a windrow. And then we turn them 5 times and then we screen them, and over here is where we have the final product that we give to the customer. So give us a call. Come on down and get some compost.
It's sometimes a difficult and very complex field to work in, collecting samples, compiling sample data, and just doing all the overall reporting to both your state and federal agencies. I'd say the toughest part of the industrial pretreatment world sometimes is when you have to be the regulatory enforcer.
Just yesterday we had a guy dumping primer in his wastewater line into the manholes. So we told our pre-treatment coordinator, he went out, he located the personnel doing it and notified them that they cannot do that.
I think one of the problems is people don't realize all that stuff is actually going to go somewhere and somebody has to deal with it.
So people, they just flush the toilet, they never give it another thought, they just think it's gone.
Yeah, they have no idea there's pipe underground and that it goes to a treatment plant. It's kind of funny.
The things that people can flush down a toilet are amazing. Rubber duckies, My Little Pony, we get a lot of toys.
It's amazing what you find. Some stuff you don't want to find.
Rags and feminine hygiene products, and the so-called flushable wipes.
I know a lot of the packaging for these baby wipes, different sanitary wipes will say they are flushable, but in fact they are not flushable.
Definitely not flushable.
This morning we had to pull a pump at a lift station that was a solid ball of flushable rags that would not go through our system and or pumps.
They really cause us heck.
The lesson would be use your garbage can, not your toilet.
The case of fats, oils, and grease. I always try to explain to people, the fats, oils, and grease are liquid form when you're dumping them down the sink, but once they start to cool down, the first place they're going to start building up is between your house and our sewer main. And then you've got to pay a plumber to come and uncork it.
Every day we work small miracles. The one miracle we can't work is to remove pharmaceuticals. So please, don't dump medicine down the drain. Call your pharmacy to see the proper way to dispose of expired medicines. All of us that work here are very proud of the work that we do. We'd like to share that with you, so if ever you'd like to come for a tour, we'd love to have you.